I'm Chloe Glover, and my project is Battery Saver. The problem that I want to fix is that billions of batteries are thrown out each year when they still have about 80% of juice left. And this is because batteries like AA batteries starts off with 1.5 volts, but then it's considered useless when it gets to around 1.35 volts. To fix this problem, I propose to create a device that takes old batteries that are considered dead and transfer their voltages to another dead battery to reduce the amount of batteries that are thrown away. During the beginning of my project, I ran tests using flashlights to drain batteries to observe how much voltage was being used up. And after this, I started creating my circuits. My first circuit only had capacitors that you could see on the left, and it was unable to transfer the voltages to the 9-volt battery. So I did research on circuits, and then I found a way to convert a 9-volt battery to another 9-volt battery that you can see on the right. My second accomplishment was a final revived circuit that consisted of both AA batteries and 9-volt that I made from adding my first failed circuit to my second successful 9V to 9V circuit. I added both circuits together because the capacitor circuit was useful in storing voltage, but it wasn't good at transferring voltage like the second circuit was. The far right is an example of 4 AA batteries converted into a 9-volt, which was unsuccessful, so I added the first circuit to the second with the 4 batteries that you can see in the middle. And I came to the conclusion that I needed to have 8 batteries instead of 4 because 4 wasn't releasing enough current to where the 9-volt would not send its voltage back even though it had a diode, which you can see in the far left. And that circuit was successful as one of the batteries started off with 0 voltage and ended with 7.24 volts. My Gantt chart shows the testing that I did from the end of November to the beginning of October, where I was building circuits, testing it, and then revising it until I had a working circuit. My project results is that I was successful in converting AA batteries to 9-volt batteries, making the 9-volt batteries essentially last longer than they normally would. And because of this, I learned how effective things like capacitor, resistors, and diodes can be with currents and voltage when working with circuits. Even though my project was successful, I can improve it by making a case holder that contains the battery and circuit so that it's easier for people to use. The picture shows what the case holder would look like for the batteries. And I could also make LED lights with the circuits so that it shows when the circuit is working and when it's not. And that is the